Well, what a Super Bowl Sunday it has been. Tonight we were treated to a high-scoring, back-and-forth affair. 9 touchdowns scored. Ironically, we haven't seen that many since the Eagles beat the Patriots in the big game 5 years ago. So let's take a look at the key moment brought to us by the refs. All tied up on a 3rd and 8. Chiefs driving under 2 minutes, and a Patty Mahomes throw goes incomplete, but on the play, this is called for a defensive hold. You be the judge. That gave Kansas City the first down. Not necessarily a bad call, but a tough gray area call to make in a moment like this. Chiefs eventually kicked the game-winning field goal with only seconds left on the clock to win. Now let's head across Lake Champlain to Lake Placid, where Ken Drake was for the final day of the Ski Jumping World Cup. Ken?
The culmination of the better part of the last month in Lake Placid is now complete after hosting the FISU Games, the Empire State Games, and then today, the conclusion of the World Cup ski jumping competition. Lake Placid may be decades away from hosting the 1980 Olympic Games, but they have still been known as an international sports hotspot 43 years later, which was the case again this weekend at the ski jumping competition.
The Polish community, which we knew were going to be excited about this, were unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
They were just one of a number of countries that made it to the podium this weekend. And while the U.S. team was unable to use that home cooking to their advantage, that didn't mean that was an unsuccessful weekend for this U.S. town.
We were sold out. We sold our last ticket for yesterday, Thursday or Friday, and then today we had a few tickets left for the Sunday morning, but overall the tickets for the weekend were gone really early on.
The World Cup started with some wind that would affect day one for the competitors, but by the final day, you couldn't have asked for a better one to conclude the worldwide event. An event they certainly hope they'll get to host once again.
We would love to do it again. I think our organization is really excited to do it again, and we're in talks with the ski organization to try and figure out a date. So hopefully we'll see Ski Jumping World Cup back here in Lake Placid again very soon.
And with thousands of people here all weekend, they're hoping it'll be back here once again as well. From Lake Placid, Ken Drake with sports.
Thanks, Ken. Well, Vermont Athletics hosted 3 games yesterday, which made for a whirlwind sports day in Burlington. The Catamounts did go 3-0 at home. So let's relive some of the best moments from the afternoon.
Let's start with the first game of the day. The Virtue Field turf was revived as the men's lacrosse team kicked off its home season against the number 14 ranked BU Terriers. Vermont's Jonas Hunter scored 5 goals and Brock Haley notched 8 points. Both led the team in those categories to help the team win 14-12.
We can play with anybody. You know, that's the confidence we have, and we're going to continue to prove it each and every week.
Then to Gutterson Fieldhouse, fittingly on Senior Day for women's hockey, program leader in goals, assists, and points, Teresa Schaffsall, sealed the 3-0 win over Maine with an empty netter before her and her teammates were honored for their Catamount careers. The day ended with an America East battle at Patrick Gym. Conference-leading men's basketball with a season-defining victory over UMass Lowell, putting up 93 points on the Riverhawks, including this powerful dunk by Finn Sullivan. He finished with 25 points. Overall, a great day for the Catamounts.
Countdown to Daytona is sponsored by Casella.
Well, with the Super Bowl over, the countdown to Daytona is on. One driver is hoping to qualify and is an international superstar with a local connection. Travis Pastrana made his name on dirt bikes and at the X Games, but he first started racing cars with Vermont Sports Car based in Milton. Our Luke Marcheski caught up with Travis's rallycross teammate and team owner as their guy looks to make the show.
I know at the last race, he was, when we were in the gym before we had to get to the track and stuff in Calgary, he was on his phone doing his schooling on in-car videos and all kinds of stuff that the team sent him.
We are, although there's a number of us now, we're a pretty small family. We go back a long time. So it's quite an honor to have him doing a Daytona 500. We'll all be cheering for him.
You can catch the full piece on Wednesday on Fox 44 News at 10, ahead of Thursday night's qualifying races on FS1.
Just got to note as one last thing, Taylor, while you're still here, right? James Bradbury, the Eagles defensive back with that holding. He himself says it was a hold. I tugged his jersey. I was hoping the officials would let it go.
He did come out and say that, yeah. A lot of people, a lot of Eagles fans especially, saying probably not a hold. The NFL world kind of up in arms. And NFL refereeing this whole year as a whole has been questionable.
A lot of complaints.
In some cases, but Bradbury,
This
it was
just.
big. It was very big of him to come out and say that he did hold him. So, you know, the better team won tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Still won't change the score.
No, it won't.
We'll be right back. Live look right now to Kansas City is celebrating their second Super Bowl win in the past 4 seasons. Actually, it's pretty calm to me. I would have expected.
It is.
I was going to say, this
Yeah.
is a Philadelphia
I think
win.
it's
I
Philly.
feel like it would be
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
You know, they
wild.
They
Rioting, property destruction, the whole 9 yards.
did grease the polls in Philly.
They did.
Exactly. That's right. Did hear about that. Thanks for being here.
Have a great night.